And now, yep. Oh, hold on. No, I'm sorry. No, I'm sorry. I'm tripping. I'm tripping. I should have played the video. I'm
What's
sorry.
that? Yeah, you're
And
tripping.
it's
Hey guys, it's your girl Sunny D, 1/3 of the podcast GFT Radio Show.
What up, though? It's your boy Willie Styles from the GFT Radio Show. Just letting you know you can catch us every Monday night, 10 p.m. Eastern.
And to get some merch, I got some on right now. Go to teespring.com/stores/GFT Radio.
Grown Folk Talk Radio. Join the conversation. Let's have some fun. Holla at us.
Shoot, it had music. I hope we don't get dinged for that.
you probably get dinged for my son crying in the background.
Right, no doubt.
I don't know.
No babies. No babies.
Lord, mine's in the background laughing and stuff. I don't know. But hey guys, it's your girl Sunny D. Welcome to tonight's show. It is September 14th. Happy birthday to my hubby Nas. Guys, y'all want to say hi?
What up, though? It's your boy Willie Styles in the building. Dane? I think do we have Dane?
We see him. I don't know what the hell he's doing. Maybe he's fired. We're gonna he's canceled. He's canceled. Thank y'all for joining tonight's show. If you're watching right now, you should be on YouTube or Facebook Live catching us. If you want to join the conversation, jump into the comments, whether you're on Facebook or YouTube, and we'll shout y'all out and read the comments. If you're not watching us live because something has wrong with you and you have missed us, obviously you have lost your mind, but you can catch the playback on demand 24/7 on Spotify, iHeartRadio, Stitcher, Google Play Music, Apple Podcasts, SoundCloud, of course, Blog Talk Radio, and of course, you can catch the playback always on Facebook and YouTube. And if you want to cop some merch, I got some old merch on from my son's autism walk. They supposed to have one in October. I've been falling behind. They're doing a virtual walk. I got to get the information, but I do have a link on my Facebook page where you can still donate. You can donate throughout the year. I'll share that at some point in my life. But go get some merch. Go to Jesus Christ, teespring.com/stores/GFT Radio. Support us while we support you by giving you great content. Back to school time, huh?
Yes, back to school. You know, it's in full effect. My kids started just last week. New school, actually. You know, virtual learning and all that. We decided to put them in a what they call that, actual homeschooling program.
Oh, you did? You opted in just the homeschool?
Huh?
So you opted in just the homeschool, not the virtual learning.
Exactly. Yeah, because we figured it'd be more organized, something more established. So we got them in an actual homeschool program. Shout out to their homeschool program. I'm not going to promote them, so they don't get that free promotion.
Hey, how you doing? How you doing, guys?
Oh, hey, Dame.
You back, Dame? All right. We got
technical issues. Last minute technical issues.
Right, no doubt.
Yeah, my son is doing homeschooling. He did not enjoy the school year. And he is not ready he is not want to be a participant of this school year. He has like certain programs he likes and certain programs he's just not trying to do. The plus side is this year, a lot of programs we're using Google Classroom, and a lot of stuff you can actually do online. And the school gave them Chromebooks, and it's touchscreen. Oh, so okay. He's used to that in his classroom, so he likes the touchscreen aspect of it. But he just some days he just don't want to be bothered. So.
Right.
It's just like, especially with him being autistic, he's used to that structure. So I cannot wait till they start school. Hopefully, they're saying at some point in mid-October. I'm praying because I think he will do better. But I guess we got to roll with the punches. Have you guys been seeing interesting things about homeschooling? Like I know my son, my cousin talks about how she's doing virtual learning with her kids, and like she's like paying attention, and like the teachers are either not muting themselves, getting frustrated with the technology. A lot of parents don't understand the technology.
I've heard about the interruptions where it comes in, where there's like people hijacking the Zoom calls and doing pranking the Zoom calls and that kind of thing. I've been hearing about that, even though I know Zoom had supposedly worked on securing or locking that down. But I guess if you already have a link and you can get in, that people are jumping in and they've been.
Yeah, I think my job, we stopped using Zoom. We use Google Meets, but I think they're using. I know our school is using Google Meets too. Well, his school is using Google Meets, so it's easy for me because I know actually we're using Teams and they're using Google Meets, and I like Google Meets. It's not that bad.
Never heard of that.
Meet is not bad. Yeah.
What, Teams?
Google Meet. What is it?
Yeah, Google Meets is like it's like a Zoom, or like, I don't know. I work in the office, so we use what is it? Teams. So it's like how we do the show.
Yeah, it's video. It's Google's answer to video conferencing. They actually built it on top of Hangouts. So Hangouts already has conferencing. And so what they did is Meet is like their business version of Hangouts. And so you can have, I think it's up to like 250 people or something on Google Meet.
Really?
Yeah, so it's got similar features to Zoom, that kind of thing. They're all in competition with each other.
You know, that's kind of interesting.
The different platforms and stuff. And I feel like I'm experienced now because I learned a little bit through the podcast and stuff. So like now I'm like, I know how to share a screen. I know how to do all this.
The day Sonny took over.
Yes.
Yeah. No, but it was interesting because remember a couple of months ago, Zoom went down on the Eastern Seaboard for that, 4 or 5 hours or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So when Google, I never heard of Google, but as far as homeschooling, it sucks.
Yeah.
Because
I'm on board with. I can do it if you're a computer savvy parent. Is good. For them to use, but it just sucks. Like I can't I'd rather teach somebody else's kids than teach my own.
Right. Facts.
If that makes sense.
Because
I used to be a tutor. I had my own daughter.
Because you have more patience with somebody else's kid, because you can't kill them.
Well, no, because it's not even the patience. It's that those kids actually listen to you, and your kid talks back because.
Well, I was about to say that's the thing. Yeah, your kid is not going to give you the same respect as they give somebody that's a stranger.
Right. Yeah, it's like, I better listen to this person. I don't know this person. They might snap.
Like I tell my daughter the sky is blue. It's gray. I don't know. Never mind.
Yeah, because my daughter, she's in first grade. Their school gave them all Apple laptops or Chromebooks. Mm-hmm. I hate Apple. I hate trying to navigate through Apple. Trying to switch classes. Okay, we're going to music class. Okay, where's the back button? No back. Just this and this and that. And just like, what? I don't know what's up. What up, though? The King's Truth.
Hey, Clint. We were talking about you before the show started.
Right, yeah. What's good,
Not
bro?
me. Not me. They was talking bad about you.
No, never.
You weren't.
But back to the show.
Oh, that's kind of dope. We can both control the show. That's crazy. Sorry, y'all. We over here still learning. We're over here still.
Y'all geeking out in the middle of the show.
Geeking out in the middle of the show. I'm geeking out. That's me. That's the geek in me. Like, oh shoot.
Yeah, but the technology part is coming out on you. The power side of her is coming out because why is your face over there though?
Now my face is over there.
I meant to tell you that last time that she took over the show, your face was over there.
She's logged in as me on that side. That's what it is. She's logged in as me.
She's got too much power.
I need to change the icon. But anyway, we're gonna get
the power.
We're just commenting on how when you pause your screen.
I know it did that last time when I did the show, but I don't know why because I logged in as myself.
It's me. It's because I put myself as my picture on the thing. I'm gonna have to change it to the logo.
And why not just put the logo? I'm saying. I'm
gonna put the logo. I'm usually the one controlling it.
But anywho, tonight's show is where the men give relationship secrets and advice. So I think this is actually fun in an extent because as females we always telling y'all what y'all do wrong in the stand third. And it's always kind of get a man's perspective on stuff. That's why I wish Clint was on this one too, because I know he'd probably be telling us about ourselves and how to go, and stuff like that. But Clint, you can hold down the comment section.
Right. No doubt. And I want to preface this by saying that this Men Reveals topic that we are doing is the product of a viral Twitter topic that went viral recently. I didn't know it was viral at the time. I just happened to pick it up on a Instagram page, and then I ended up seeing a bunch of articles written about it later, like about a week ago. But this has been around for about 4 weeks. Anyway, it was fun. What was funny to me about this is that this topic was brought out, and they said, the question was, and actually I could share the question tweet. Basically, the question was, oh shoot, dang it! I just literally dropped right out of the thing twice. Anyway, the question was basically, men, give your advice to women about relationships, and then there was a alternate question where it was, women, give your advice to men about relationships and dating. And the person who put the poll out said that they, compiled the list of all the questions from the men, compiled the list, and then they went to look at the advice from the women, and they said the advice was garbage. Like literally, the women didn't give any good advice or any good usable advice. So they just didn't even put any of the advice out there. So I thought that was interesting, because there's a lot of posts from men in this different topic, and so that's why I thought it was different, because men were being very honest throughout this. So we're going to discuss the answers that the men gave. We're going to discuss I finally found it. We're going to discuss some of the answers and what we think about those, and see what y'all think as the audience. So here it is. Men only, give us women some relationship advice. So these are not answers from Damon or myself or nor Clint. These are answers from other men out there in the world who decided to answer this poll. I'm just going to go through the answers in order, and we can just kind of discuss them. We could jump around a little bit as well, but I want to go through some of these. So first things first, number one on Fan for Life, he mentions, keep your girlfriends out of your business. So I definitely agree with this advice. And not only your girlfriends, but anybody, your girlfriends, your family, your cousins, your aunts, your uncles, keep them people out of your business. Mainly because I always feel like when other people are on the outside looking in, they have uneducated assumptions about your relationship, and they feel like they can comment on it because you've given them that information, or you've given them the bits and pieces. You're giving them, and usually when they get that information, it's the bad information, right? It's the one day y'all had an argument about something stupid, or the one day he did something dumb, and you're giving them that information, and then they'll turn that information and accumulate it all, turn it around on you. And next thing you know, they have all these bad things to say about your mate. And you may be wondering why, like, oh my God, why do they think this about my husband? Or why do they think this about my boyfriend? And it's because you've given them that information. You've given them, but you've only given them a small viewpoint into that.
Or the negative
relationship.
Or just the negative part.
Just the negative.
Not the good. Yeah, or not the good. They're going to see.
But sometimes, even if you give them both the negative and the positive, they're going to hold on to the negative.
Correct.
True that.
So it doesn't matter if you give them equally both. Some people just hold on to the negative.
Yeah, some people do just literally. They will seek out the negative part, right? They'll literally look at like what was the bad? What did they do wrong?
And a realistic person would ask the question of, so what good do they do for you? Because you always come to me with the negative. That's the reason. A reasonable person would ask.
For the good though. They ain't about to say what good he do. They just say, hey, he ain't shit. Girl, he did blah blah blah. He ain't shit.
Right. No, I'm just saying. But a reasonable person would ask, well, why are you with him? Why you make yourself miserable if that's all you have is negative?
Exactly. So I definitely agree with keep your girlfriends out of your business. And like I said,
now, what business are we talking
about?
Expand that to everybody, right? Literally expand. I mean, if you have a confidant, somebody who's really going to give you the good, the bad, the ugly of everything that you talk to them about, like you have that one best friend that don't mind telling you that you look fat in that dress, or that tells you don't wear this outfit, or that tells you that your man is a good man, even when you think he's being a bad man, I think that might be the one person you can include. But when it comes to discussing it with just any old body, a lot of times you got to keep people out your business.
Now, what business are we talking about? Because if they're a potential girlfriend to be upgraded to steady or mutual partner for long lasting, you will have to tell them something, because you can't just let them go in blind, and you can't just expect them to go in willing with a relationship blindly,
right?
With your business.
Well, so what business? I mean, there's bits and pieces that you definitely do need to still talk about, right? Because like you said, you want people to support your relationship, or you want people to feel good about the relationship you have, especially when you're talking about parents. When you're talking about, when you're younger, you're talking about your parents. When you are a parent, you're talking about your kids. When you have that best friend, or that set of friends. Most women have a set of friends that they deal with, and they're like, hey, I'm about to make this big step, but I think what it is it's those little bits and pieces of like, oh, blah, 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 he did this, or blah, 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 he did that, or, you know what I mean? I think it's that kind of stuff. Or even when, like Sonny just said, when it's the good stuff, a lot of times that stuff is like venom too, because they'll be like, oh, you think he that good, and then they'll end up flipping it on you, or they'll forget that part and they'll only remember the negative part. You know what I mean?
Or to go find the negative.
True that. I've seen that happen. Yeah. So Sonny, just from a female's point of view, how do you think women feel about the girlfriends in their business thing? Do you think that's something that women just find like appealing to put that information out there to their girlfriends, or
sign language if you can, Sonny?
Do I need to unmute you?
No.
So I think like we want to share the good and the bad, but at the same time, that you have to understand when you share the bad, whether you're sharing equally good and bad, that somebody's going to form an opinion about that person regardless. Mm-hmm. So whether or not you had a bad day and you felt like venting, because you should be able to vent to your friends and say what's going on in your life without it being thrown back in your face.
Right.
Few and far between you have those friends like you said that you mentioned that have those friends that'll call you out on your bullshit and they'll call a spade, not gonna sugarcoat nothing, not gonna make you feel like when you're wrong, and this and the third, and ask you the questions like, well, why you with him then? Right. Stuff like that. But I think it's healthy to vent, because you can't keep everything in. And most of the times we're not venting to talk about the person. We're just trying to either vent or at least for me, you're trying to vent to either understand, like if you were wrong in the situation, like, so say if we go through something and we're together and I'm like, yo, so-and-so, like this is what we went through. Like, was I wrong for reacting the way I did? Did I overreact? Because I'm a big person of that. Like, did I overreact? Did I, would you react this way? Blah, blah, blah. And I'm not saying it to talk bad about them. I'm just trying to make sure that I was right, justified in my feelings. This one is having an emotional breakdown, but that type of thing.
Right. No, I feel you. Yeah, I mean, and sometimes you do need that support through certain things, or you do need to kind of bounce off, like, I feel this way, what do y'all think? That kind of thing. So I think a lot of times we do have to keep that in mind. I feel so bad because every time she changes, it becomes me. So I'm gonna fix that right quick. Anyway, so yeah, let's see if I can get her. We'll figure out.
Yeah, but why you do that? Yeah, some people just need a sounding board. They don't, or they don't need it. Not everybody needs advice. Some people just want to hear it out loud when they bounce it off somebody else.
Right.
Because some people already know the answer. They just don't want to come to grips with that answer.
True that. Yeah, I think that what they call it. I think that a lot of times too, it's that want to relate. You know what I mean? Because they're like, if if I'm going through this, one of my friends is going through this, or if I'm trying to understand what this man is doing wrong or what this man is doing that I don't understand, then they want to have somebody that can relate to them or relate to that situation and maybe give them some kind of feedback. So I think that's part of it too. So I definitely don't blame people, but I think it's just a good point of action to remember, keep people out your business as much as possible. Because a lot of times they're going to use it against you. Number 2 is huge. Number 2 is super huge. Never compare your relationship to other people's social media highlights. And I think they made the point of the highlights just because, it's like you have what they call it, people who just stunt for the gram, right? They stunt for the profiles, for the likes, and they show you all the good stuff, all the positive things that are going on in their relationship. They stunt for the gram, and they're like, look at what we're doing now, and look at where we're going, and look at what we're a power couple, blah blah blah. But they don't show you the failures. They don't show you the days that they're having, arguments. They don't show you the bad days. They don't show you, you know what I mean? So I think a lot of times people, relationship goal situations that they know nothing about, really. You know what I mean? So I think that's a huge one too, that you have to not feel like your relationship is substandard because you're seeing social media relationships looking so great.
Right, because there's a lot of people who just want to pose for the pictures. They might not be really happily married or together. They might just be posing just because they look the look.
Exactly, the look.
You know what I'm saying? And some people don't realize if that is the picture that they're showing is actually their life, they're happy. They don't show the struggle, like you said. They don't show the steps that they took to get to that point in life. Like they're not. You show them in sync, but they're gonna show how they got in sync. They don't show the struggle. Like me and my wife, we had struggles, financially, with kids, with other people's in the family, other people's friends. They don't show all those struggles to get to the point where we could be happily together for that picture.
Right.
They just want and that gives people a false sense of why can't you be like that?
Right.
What I'm saying? Exactly. Especially new couples. They be like, some people get impatient. They're like, I want to be like this people. I want to be like this. I want to be like this. But you got to put the work in to do that.
Well, and that could be anything really. I mean, I got a friend who posts about their parental accomplishments with their kid, and they post a lot of things, activities that they do with their kids. And I've always been a big one too, that I post things that I do with my kids, and I post accomplishments that I do with my kids. But a lot of times we see that stuff and then we go, dang, maybe I should be doing that too, or dang, maybe I should have did that with my kid. And one day I asked him one day, I said, man, I was like, how do you do this, or how are you getting all this stuff done? And he was just like, man, he's like, you know what? He's like, man, I go through the same thing you do, in terms of days when the kids don't want to do anything, or days when, I'm forcing them to go do this stuff. And they look happy in the pictures, yeah, but I'm making them go do this, and I'm the kind of parent where I give my kids a choice, not because I respect their opinions, but only because I'd rather take them somewhere they really want to go. My kids, they know that if I ask them, be honest, because if they don't want to go, I'm not taking them. I just don't see the point. So when I see my boy take his girls out to go do something, and I'm like, man, how did you convince them to do that? He'd be like, convince them? He's like, I made them go, or I just told them we going, and that was it. That was it. Daddy said we going, and that's it. So it's like, it's the difference between parenting skills or parenting approaches, not skills, but approaches. I'm thinking it's skills. He's like, no, it's just approach. It's like, he's like, I don't give him an option, So I think that's the same thing with relationships. If your relationship is built on an approach to the relationship, but you're looking at somebody else's different approach to relationship, you're going to get, this hallucination that they have something so much better than what you got going on, even though you're just doing it differently. You're just taking a different approach to it.
Mm-hmm. To each his own.
True. To each his own, for sure. So
like what you're saying with kids, I'm trying to do a different approach from what my mother used to do, because these are different times.
Mm-hmm.
Not everything is made for everybody. Everybody's physical, emotional makeup is totally different from when we were growing up. They had a bit more direct approach. I don't like to say
different times, because it really isn't. I don't believe it's really different times. I think it's different. It's a different set of people, a different set of goals, a different set of understandings. Like you said, from the way that they felt that they needed to raise us, we understand differently now.
Well, as far as everything is different because of technology.
Mm-hmm.
The way we raise our kids, because we can't raise our kids how we were raised, because internet, one, the access to any information, and understanding of one. I guess there's more understanding
of impact. You understand of impact and what our parenting does. And the same thing with a relationship. We have to understand what the impact of the relationship is. I mean, when I was younger, I never heard about narcissism, gaslighting. I never heard about
no such words.
Huh?
There were no such words.
Yeah, exactly. There was no such words.
Gaslighting meant something else.
Right. So you were literally lighting the gas. Not trying to fool and trick people,
Right.
But I felt like that was something that we had to get acclimated to, right? Because it's a different understanding, realizing that you can be gaslit by somebody, and you're in this relationship thinking that everything is going great, and it really isn't. So I don't know if you saw what we talk about Sunday. We're still talking about the never comparing your relationship to other people's social media highlights. I know you're still struggling with that mute button.
Yeah, I'm trying to answer, but my son is in the background having a little breakdown. But no, I do believe that it's a lot of people, like I know on my social media, that are in relationships that they're like living their best lives and having the best time ever. And they're not really showing what they're going through, which is fine. They're too busy trying to prove that they're happy to other people.
Yes.
Who didn't think that they were going to be happy or last that long. So it's like we still together. Y'all counted us out. And it's like, stop trying to prove everything to everybody.
True that. Yeah, definitely agree to that. Because a lot of times it's all for show.
And validation and trying to prove themselves right. If they get enough people when they decide to back them to say, oh, they are happy. Yeah, we are. They're trying to trick themselves at this point.
Right, exactly. We might come back to the other three: support his goals and dreams, set boundaries, standards, and expectations from day one, and pay attention to your senses. They never lie. We might come back to those. I wanted to jump into this next one. Don't believe that I'm too busy or I don't have time. A man makes time for what he wants. This one right here, Mike the Outsider, I don't know who this brother is, but he opened up the player handbook right there. He opened up the handbook to the women with that one. I thought that one was definitely one of those secrets that we definitely don't reveal all too often. I've heard women mention that they understand that, but it's far and few between. A lot of women don't understand that, and I've never liked to admit it. You know what I mean? Because a lot of times we do make that excuse, right? We make that excuse, and we have those times when we want to be like, you know what, I'm busy, or I got other things going on, and we know all it is really because we got other things going on, So, or we're just not interested enough to feel like making our time available to that person, right? I mean, I've been with plenty of women where, I wanted them for one thing or maybe a couple things, and my go-to excuse is like, well, I got to work, or I got these clients I got to take care of. I got, blah, blah, blah projects going on. I'm going to get back to you, because I'm busy. You know what I mean?
So, but you don't sleep. So I don't know why they believe that.
Yeah. They don't know that. They don't know.
Oh, my bad.
They ain't learned all that.
Edit that part out. Edit that part out then.
Right. So yeah, so I think the I'm too busy or I don't have time, that's the cheat code right there. That's the cheat code for the women right there. Because once they realize that a man is brushing them off, and not to say he's brushing them off completely, he may just be brushing them off for the fact that he doesn't feel yet that you've reached that pinnacle to where you can govern his time. Because there's a difference. Because I mean, I've been with women where it was like I liked them, I thought they was cool, but I just didn't feel like they were at that level yet where they could govern my time. Because I have kids, I have a job, I got a business, and you can't just govern my time just because you cute. I'm sorry. A big butt and big titties don't pay my bills. They don't pay my bills. They don't keep my kids good, psychologically and socially. It doesn't keep my job stable. So, just coming to me with a big butt and a smile is not enough to govern my time. Now, if I like you enough, then I can start negotiating that. But until then, you're going to get the I'm busy's, or you're going to get the, hey, I don't have the time right now. You know what I'm saying? But now once I get to that point where I'm like, hey, you know what? I'll make time. or I feel like I got enough invested in you that I feel like I need to speak or I need to make that time to guarantee that that I'm interested.
You took some of my thunder with that last part you just said.
No, I think it's funny. Before you get in, I just want to say I think it's funny because you see the memes that always say if you make time for what you want to make time for. So I'm busy all the time, almost all the time. I make time for my naps. So if I want to talk to you,
make time for your naps.
No, I do. I listen. I just took me a nap. I needed one, whatever. And you make time for what you make time for. I think for me, the biggest thing for me is if I feel like you're giving me the cold shoulder, you're always busy. You're too busy for me. You don't text me, and that's why one thing I'm a big thing of patterns. So at the beginning of me first talking to you, you talk to me every day, all day, 24/7. You got all the time in the world for me. You at work, whatever. You got time to talk to me, no matter what you're doing. You just talking to me. So now we're doing the line until I barely talk to you. I'm gonna give you that same energy. Now, for the most part, as of lately, I've had a lot of downtime. So if you don't make time for me, I'm not about to, if you start giving me that once in the blue, hey, how you doing? And all that stuff, I'm gonna give you the same energy you gave me. I ain't we done with the good mornings. You text me good morning, I've been to text you by the evening. Oh hey.
Right.
Or I'll do you one better. So what I've recently been doing is if I say good, so I'll purposely say good morning to see when you're gonna respond to me. You respond to me somewhere afternoonish, whatever. Or you may respond good morning, right? The rest of the day I don't hear nothing else from you. Now we all know us females, we know that you're on social media. Social media tell us that you're on social media. Exactly. If you have had a conversation with a female in the DM, she can tell when you're active. No social doubt. Media told it's fishing on everybody. It's fishing on everybody. So now that I know you're active and you've been busy all day, when you finally respond to me, I'm gonna wait about 3 hours before I respond to you. Like I have no more energy to be as present for you as I'm gonna give you the same energy as present are you for me. That's exactly what I'm gonna give you. And I'm not gonna. And it's not even I'm gonna be upset. I'm gonna just give you the same energy. So when you hit me off with that, hey. Sometimes the DM be lying because people hit me on inbox in the middle of the night. Like I ain't up. Like I had messenger, but I'm not up. But it'll also tell you how long ago they was online. They was online 8 minutes ago.
Right.
Whatever. But I just think it's funny. So and then I get the hey, you don't hit me up no more. Like yeah, you don't either. I say good morning to you by the time the afternoon, or I'll ask you, oh you at work? How's your work day going? By 8 o'clock at night. Now I know that you had a good work day. After I text you at 12 o'clock that afternoon and ask you how's work going, because you're on lunch now. How was your day so far? No response, and you text me at 8 o'clock saying, "Oh, it was good. I had a good day at work." Oh, that's great. Because I'm gonna respond. That's great. The thing I hate the worst is, oh, I wasn't near my phone.
No, and that's a lie.
That's an epic lie. Now, if we out on a date and you like this the whole time, or every time I'm with you, you like this the whole time, you ain't never gonna get off that I'm not near my phone.
Right. Yeah, I can't never lie like that. If I'm not near my phone, I'm near my computer.
The only time I'm not near my phone, which actually is not even that I'm not near my phone. The only time that I don't answer my phone is when I'm sleeping.
Right. Yeah, my thing is the only time I don't answer mine is when my battery's dead. That's the only time. And you know what's weird? I've actually made the mistake of not thinking about the fact that, you know, even if my battery's dead, I should probably charge it in the car. But usually I don't think about that because my car doesn't charge without it being
quick enough.
I don't have to do that, you know.
Oh, really?
It's got to be on, but still, you know, it's like I don't think about that part. But that's about the only time I technically will be caught. Oh dang, we don't missed a bunch of. So she said men are gas. No, Shan, men are not gas by nature. Just by profession.
Why? Cuz? Why?
Right. Michael says he's hella busy, but he will make time. Says now if you abuse that, he will forget you quickly. I agree. Now that part right there, I think that the biggest thing is that people will abuse your time and sometimes inadvertently, right? Because there's certain times when you may say, okay, you know what, I'm gonna make time for this person, but then they may be like, oh, you making time for me, so I think that I'm just gonna hit you up all times of the day, night, anytime. And then it's like, dang, like, you know, that's just too much sometimes, especially if I'm not returning that energy. Like if I'm returning the energy, it's all good. But if I'm like, I'm on my own thing or I'm doing my own thing, and then, you know, you blowing up my phone, then you wonder why I'm not responding. It's like, calm down, calm down. Give me a second, let me.
Oh yeah, I'm a big thing of that. If you call me and I don't answer, it's probably because I'm busy. I just didn't ignore you. So don't fucking call me back about 6 times. Because even if I stop being busy, I'm not gonna call you because you're a psycho to me. Like and especially in the middle of the night, I'm probably asleep. Don't call me 50 billion times, because if I'm not answering, I'm doing something or I'm asleep. And when I see you, I will call you back. Don't.
Well, like you being asleep, Michael mentioned, you know, when he's at work and he's doing new hire orientation.
Oh, yeah, me too.
He's not near his phone, and so for me, that's kind of similar. Where if I'm doing troubleshooting calls, then I'm not going to be near my phone, so you can't be expecting me to respond.
Well, guess what? When I'm at work, I got Google Voice. I'm near my phone, and I'm still not answering you because if I especially now we're working from home, my phone is just as much used as my computer.
Right.
So I'm on both computers at home. So if you text me, I'm probably not gonna get back to you. Why? Because I'm probably at work. Not unless I have a break or a minute that I can actually text you back. Right. But like that's work time.
Exactly.
That's not that's not me after 5 o'clock. It's just ignoring you.
Yeah, I think any reasonable person will know that if you're at work, that there's going to be times that you can't respond, or there's going to be times that you can't, give them that attention. But I think that
you tell it to some of our employees that email you 5 minutes later and they get mad. You per the email I sent you before 5 minutes ago. Can you shut the fuck up? I'm sorry.
Right, exactly. But I think too, back to what you were saying about the DMs, when you out there still, active on your DMs. I mean, Mike said that, the DMs be lying. And sometimes they do. I think Facebook is probably the most accurate. Like if you got Facebook Messenger, I think that
connected. But,
huh?
When it says connected,
yeah,
green dot. When that little green dot's on,
yeah, you there. But then again, don't be like me where I have my laptop is connected, my tablet's connected, my phone is connected. So my tablet could be open, and it may say that I'm on there, but I'm not on there. I'm over here working on my laptop, right? So I mean that you got to take that with a grain of salt, right?
Middle of the night, I'm probably not on Facebook, but Facebook will show that I'm. Well, see, I had 2 pages. I just deactivated one, but the one page will always say that I was online. I was very logged in on DM, so people was hitting me up, and I'm like, yeah, I'm never on that one. I'm always on my main one. And people are like, oh, it said you were active. Yeah, that one always was active, and I probably never was, but probably for 2 minutes at least.
But I agree with Brittany when she says here that everyone is always near their phone. You just have to establish boundaries. I mean, let's go back. Let's go back to the comment that was made on the other where was it at? Here. Set boundaries, standards, and expectations from day one. Because sometimes you have boundaries, right? Or you have situations where it's like, I got it, son. I got it. She over here.
That's gonna walk by the.
Yo. So you gotta set standards and expectations. And that goes for men and women, where we have to be able to say, look, yeah, I'm going to respond to you. I might be checking out thirst traps. I might be sending reactions to stories, but I am still busy, or I am still working, or I am.
Yeah, I know people would be saying I'll be on my Instagram like that, but half time I'm chatting with podcast people about shit like between. Like, it's my best friend only one. It's my best friend, one other person, and y'all that I talk to the DMs. So people like, oh, she always in the DMs. No, I am, but it's podcast related. Like, it's not.
Right, exactly. And Shan, you're right. Sometimes the app is on, but you're not on it. Exactly.
Yeah.
And I think that's something that some people have to understand too. Is the apps aren't always accurate. Sometimes we got to understand that people have multiple phones or devices that are connected to these things.
But you know what I did one day?
That's my thing. A lot of people, they're using their phones for their social media, but then their kids are also on their phone playing games. And then it may say that you're on, but they're not, you know what I mean? Or like my personal favorite is I send Shan a message and then her daughter jumps on and starts responding. So
no, you know what's funny too? I lined somebody up. I ain't even gonna lie. I lined them up, right? So I got they didn't respond to me. I was like, okay, there was no response. So I saw that they were online, posting up on the IG and Facebook, like boom, bye, do. So you know what I did? I just posted the picture, like, hey. Next thing you know, what you doing? Excuse me? So now you know me. Oh, okay. Oh, now you know who I am. That's interesting because see, I'm an asshole. I do like this is like I said, I'm petty. That's why I got the shirt. Y'all go to teespring.com/stores/GHU. I got the shirt, because I'm hella petty. I don't know what it says. I forget what the shirt says. Something about being petty because that's me. But I do shit like I'll line you up for the okie doke because I'm gonna call you out, but I'm line you up for it because I want an unrefutable proof that you on some bullshit.
Right.
So if I line you up and you fall for that bait, I'm just sitting back like I ain't even gonna say nothing to you. I'm just like, checkmate.
Right, no doubt.
We're gonna come back to that later.
And like my sister does that, and they fall right for it. They say
every day.
Like, y'all know y'all like this, like because let's not like come on, we grown. Some of we pushing 40, y'all might be 40, whatever. Like nobody's dumb. Nobody is at this stage in the game should be dumb or just be naive to the bullshit. When somebody doing bullshit, at the end of the day, you're gonna either fall for it or you're just gonna take note and act accordingly. And I'm one of the people, I take note and act accordingly. So when you ask me why I'm acting this and third, I'm like, well,
right, no doubt.
Here's all my receipts of why I'm acting the way I'm acting.
I was going to give it a little extra with that because sometimes a man would make extra time, even though he is busy.
Oh yeah,
he would go. Oh, yeah. He would go above
and beyond.
I'm cutting it kind of close when I'm supposed to be at work, but for you, I'm about to.
Exactly. I've done that. It's like you make time for you. Literally make time for what you want. You do.
So, sometimes, like Will, I know
sometimes
Will
you sacrifice it all.
Right. You be like, because Will, he stays busy. He's the most busiest person that I've known besides the president.
We're on vacation. I don't want to talk
to him. Barack. So
I'll be busy on vacation though. I'll be busy on vacation.
Yeah, he stay busy. He on vacation still working. I'm like, dude, sit down. We only time I think I have seen him not work or not busy is we have fellas night.
Yeah, I'll probably work during one of those.
You look. No, sometimes you look at your watch, and be like, "Ain't important enough. I ain't near my computer. Ain't important
exactly,
enough.
Brittany. You do make time for what you want to, and that's the thing. You like let's be 100% stand on it. Mm-hmm. Make time for what you want to make time for. If you don't want to make time for that person, you don't make time for that person. Don't get mad because they call it out. They know what it is.
Right.
They just addressing the issue. Then and I want to say, you don't make time for me. That's good. Go on about your business. I'm good. Like, first of all, I'd rather sleep anyway. I'd rather sleep than deal with funky ass bullshit anyway. So let me just take my nap. I'll see you when I see you. Like, I don't have time for that.
Right, no doubt. So the next thing I wanted to mention was this, or talk about, was this comment at the bottom here. Your feelings. This one is deep. He says your feelings are always valid. If he isn't emotionally intelligent enough to understand how you feel, then he will never know how to love you. So,
amen.
So I definitely agree with that. But I think the problem here, and he mentions it in the same. The problem here is when you're dealing with emotionally, what they call it, emotionally unintelligent people. Right? Mm-hmm. They're not emotionally intelligent enough to understand how you feel.
You can't tell somebody. That's a big problem. You can't tell somebody, oh, wow, you shouldn't feel that way.
Right.
You can't tell somebody that they shouldn't feel. Obviously, they feel that way for a reason. And they're trying to communicate it to you because something that you're doing is making them feel like this. And if that's not your intention, you need to correct it.
Well, and even further than that, or bigger than that, it's the times when you're dealing with a person who can't articulate how they feel in terms of the why, but they can tell you how you're affecting it. You know what I mean? You know, I had somebody tell me one time that they felt bad because of something I was doing. Not that I was doing anything wrong, but that I was doing something and it made them kind of feel bad, right? They were like, dang, you know, I wish I was, you know, able to be there with you and doing this. And it was like, and it hit me like, okay, part of that was me promoting what I was doing. Like, hey, I'm out here doing this. I'm out here partying. I'm out having a good time. And they kind of felt like, damn, you know, I wanted to do that for you. Mm-hmm. And it's like, okay, I don't feel that person went too far. I don't feel that person was overstepping some type of boundary. I don't feel like that person was going, you know, was unduly affected by my actions. I felt like they had, you know, ample rights to feel it.
Yeah.
You know, I felt like they were like putting it out there like, look, hey, this is kind of how I felt. And they didn't try to make me feel bad about it. They didn't try to like put it on me as my fault. But the way I took it as from my emotional intelligence is like, you know what? That person was affected by my actions. Mm-hmm. You know, and this is just a simple example. This is not to say that every time you go out, you can't say that you're having a good time. I'm just saying that in terms of a way a person feels, they may not know, or they may not put out there to you like, hey, what you did made me feel this way. Not to say that you can't do that. It's just that this is how it made me feel. Yeah. And so then now that tells me that I have to be conscious about, not to say that I can't promote what I'm doing, but that I have to be conscious about how I'm promoting it, or I have to be conscious about the choices I've made. Because maybe I could have been with them, or maybe I could have done something with them to kind of circumvent that, right? Yeah. You know, maybe I'm not spending enough time with that person. Maybe I'm, you know, I'm spending more time with the fellas instead of spending time with them.
Yeah. I had two of my exes tell me early on that I gave off the feeling like I don't need them. Mm-hmm. And I just recently had a conversation with somebody, like, I have an issue. And this has been like, and I said, you have to understand where I'm coming from. Since I was 18 or 19, I've been like, I had my daughter at 19, actually. Yeah, 19. I've been basically providing for me and her for the longest. Now I have kid number 2. And I've been progressing my life with making sure I was taking care of what I needed to take care of without any help. So for a man to walk into my life and say, I want to take care of you, that's a hard pill for me to let go of. I've been doing this for this long, that's a hard thing for me to break a habit of. Like, I'm not that female that's going to be that's dependent on the man. Right. And like I said, my son dad approached me like, yeah, I'm not a deadbeat. What the fuck you like? What are you doing? You know, he had to get with me about it. And it's like, I had male friends of mine tell me you gotta let a man be a man. And it's like, and I told somebody recently, it's hard for me to let that go because, and it's not because of them, it's because I'm so used to doing it myself. And on top of that, I had to learn that way because I didn't have somebody to lean on. There was nobody to help me. And when the people that should have been able to help me didn't. And so I got used to doing everything on my own. So, and then when I saw others had people take care of them, it was hostile situations. Like I made you, I did this for you. And it was always that type of situation. So for my looking at it, it was like, oh, I'm never going to allow somebody to say they did X, Y, Z for me, or that they made me, or they, like basically throw it back on me that they did something for me. So I got used to let alone a man. So for me, it's even currently at 37, it's like, yo, you want to do what now? I want to take care of you. I want to make sure you're good. I'm always here to help you. And it's like, yeah.
Right.
That's a big for you. That's a big trust thing too, because
and that's the thing
you've been doing it.
That's what I tell
so
them.
long. You've been doing it for so long. That's what I tell them. Like, y'all
got to understand who you're dealing with. I've been doing this by myself. Like you can't expect me to just be like, all right, go ahead and do everything. Nah.
That's second nature though for you, right?
It's not gonna happen that way with me. So as long as I have to understand, I have to allow you to do it. You have to allow me to figure out how to maneuver to that because that's unrealistic to me. That's not something that's real for me. That's never happened.
Right. You have to ease their way into it because right now you've been doing it since 19, right? You're 37.
Yeah.
That's most of your adult life that you've been doing it yourself. And for somebody to try to come take that from you, that's a part of you. So
yeah, that's who I am. You can't just say, "Hey, stop doing this. I got you."
Yeah.
Okay.
You losing a part of yourself.
Yeah, like I told somebody, I don't go out on dates, and it's bad to say. I never went out on a date that I didn't have money in my pockets in case the date didn't go well. Like
that's
first
good.
of all, I'm a professional passenger. So for one, you're not about to just leave me.
Passenger.
Yeah, you're not about to leave me because I can get home without you.
Right.
Like no matter where I'm going, whether I'm going out of town, in town, or locally, I'm getting home regardless if it's with you because you act on some dumb shit. I'm out, and I can pay for my meal. Like so, like you're never gonna say, "Oh, I did." I'm out. Here you go. I'm deuces. That's how I've been. That may look bad to some people, but like for me, I've known friends that went on dates and got stranded. I've known friends that went on dates, didn't have money, and they got left because of an argument, and they had to figure out how to pay. Like that in my mind is I don't have to experience that to know that I'm not about to go through that. So I'm always trying to make sure I'm on my P's and Q's. And it's like I tell people, for me, it's not that I have control issues. It's just that I'm used to being the only captain of the ship. So if you want me to believe in you, you got to show me. And it's not going to come as soon as, I met you, or I'm going to take care of you. Okay. And I'm just going to let go and just let God, like, nah.
Right. Right.
Like I ain't never had no man pay none of my bills. I've always paid all my bills. So let's start there. You want to help me out? Like we in a relationship, you can help pay a bill, and maybe even then, I'm still gonna make sure I got money for that bill, just in case you decide we don't work out. I'm still good. Like I'm not dependent on you, and that's bad to an extent because you don't. And that's why I've always got the advice of let a man be a man, and for me, that's a hard.
Yeah, I mean that is a true thing. It's like a lot of times women, I do see that where a lot of times women will feel uncomfortable or out of their element, allowing a man to be a man, or they may not want to deal with the problem of him not stepping up, right?
Yeah,
where it's like, oh, I want him to do this, but I'm not going to complain because what if he doesn't? Even if I complain, what if he still does? Then they don't want to deal with that, So they'll be like, you know what? I'll just take care of myself, or I'll do this on my own, or I'll just status quo, right? And I've told women that like you let that man be a man. I've had women tell me, you be the man you're supposed to be. It's one of those things where sometimes it's just the reminder of you have to be conscious of what you're going through, right? And how it's impacting you. And a lot of times we make these assumptions or we do these things out of the comfort or the avoidance of a negative aspect of a relationship, because we don't want to deal with the negative aspect. We want to deal with only the good stuff. We don't want to rock that boat, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I got stuff on my mind right now about boats I want to rock, but I just don't want to, because who wants to rock boats, right?
Yeah.
We don't want to sink.
Gotta find somebody to rock the boat with first.
Exactly. We want things to go smooth sailing. We want things to be smooth sailing. You said what?
Because I gotta find somebody to rock the boat with first. Like I don't
right.
Like I don't make it past the dating stage. Y'all be just on not y'all. I'm sorry. Like I feel like at this point, I feel like it's just me and the guys I attract. But like so far, I just need to find somebody that got some sense about them, that's just normal and ain't with the bullshit. So I can like at least give that wholeheartedly. Let a man be a man and see what's gonna happen, because like I said, I got friends that dudes pay their bills, they just like, that's great, and I'm like, yeah, no,
right. Yeah.
I don't have those problems. Like it's not a problem. I don't have that, and it's not because like I'm not that. I've never been that person. Like, not to say that a man, like if you're gonna pay my bill, you're gonna pay it. I'm not gonna ask you to pay it. If you want to pay it, like if you my man, hey babe, you need help with this bill. Like that's what we like. If I was in need to help you, same way. Like I just feel like there's certain shit you shouldn't have to ask for. If you're gonna watch me struggle, we don't need to be together.
Oh yeah,
I ain't gonna struggle, but if you watch me struggle, we're not gonna make it no way.
But also setting boundaries.
Actually, I guess let me take this off the table, because I want to speak on that right quick.
Yeah.
So I've always fashioned myself a provider, right? I've always fashioned myself the one that'll do. But then there's times when I'm like, hey, if you're gonna do or you're gonna do you, I'm gonna let you, right? And I've been in those positions. Like I would like this woman I dated a few years ago, that she was going through a situation, and she didn't ask me, but she was also taking care of it, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I felt like at that moment, like, if you taking care of it, it's nothing for me to do, right? She mentioned it to me, but she had already had her plan laid out. She already had what she wanted to get done. She just was like, I'm just gonna, come up with this, I'm gonna do that, and I'm gonna blah, blah, blah. So I just let it go. I just was like, okay, cool. But then I had one of her friends come to me and be like, look, she could really use your help to get this done. If y'all really in this relationship and you really want to help her out, you may want to step in and help her out.
It might have been a pride thing. Like she was telling you, but not like to see if you was gonna bite the bait, but not really. You know what I'm saying? Like right. It's like if you telling somebody your problem, especially your spouse, mate, or whomever, the person you're dating, you're telling them. Like if I say if we're together and I'm like, hey Willie, like I got this going on like this, like I gotta pay this tuition. It's about $1,700. Like I get paid on this day, but they want it by this day, and they ain't trying to wait till this, and this. Like I'm not like understand that we're not like, or anybody for that matter, is not telling you just so they can tell you.
Right.
Like they're telling you with whether they're not really asking or undercover asking, it's that type of situation. They're probably trying to see
if
you rather flat out ask.
Yeah, it has to be within reason.
I'm at the point now in my life where if you want to tell me something, you gotta tell me.
No, I'm here for all that, but I'm just saying like I'm here for all that, and I understand that. But I'm just saying, like from that perspective, it may be I'm telling you to see what you're gonna say. But since you're not really saying that, I got my plan. Like, cause I could say that too. I got this plan mapped out. I don't know how I'm gonna do this shit. Like this, that, and the third. Like I'm gonna do it. Mm-hmm. But that's my mentality. Like I said, with my son's birthday, at his first birthday, I had it all mapped out. His dad was like, "Excuse me." I'm his dad too. What the hell are you doing? Like, cause I had it mapped out. I ain't asked this man. He was like, "We think I'm a deadbeat." Like he cussed me out. Like, you think I'm a deadbeat dad or some shit? Like I'm hello.
Right.
Like what you paying for? Like whatever. Like it don't even matter what you paying for. Like what it is.
Be a man.
Yeah, he was just like, what the like? How much you need? Like what you need?
Especially when it's a boy. It's his son.
Yeah, like he basically. It doesn't even matter. It's like what the hell you doing? Like I can help too.
Right.
Like, can you like not even asking? Like, cause it wasn't even the ask. It was like you sitting right here playing this party without me. I'm sitting right here. You just like this. So you doing playing this party. My son's birthday party without me. That's what you're doing. So like it's that type of thing. And like I said, maybe for her it was that situation. I don't know. But like I'm like you. Ask me straight out. Don't pussyfoot around it. Hey, babe, blah blah blah. Like, cause I'm that person. Like, if I got it, you got it, and we gonna be good. And if I know that you really got what you're supposed to, like, and that's one thing. We're not gonna be struggle boots. If you always going through some shit, we can't be together.
Right. Exactly.
Like it's one thing to watch somebody struggle one time. Sometimes people just fall short and life just gets them. Shit just happens, and you just need to help them. But not every day. Every day that your rent is always an issue. Every month, I ain't got time for that. You don't know how you're gonna pay your bills. Don't you work? What are you doing?
Right. Exactly.
Like it's different. It's a difference of shit. Just life happened, and you wasn't prepared. You wasn't lined up for it. Like I got hit with like a $9,000 tuition bill. I'm like, wait, what? Huh?
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Like I thought I was about to pay like $4,000. Y'all nine is what we doing.
But now, if that man pay your tuition, you gonna love him for life.
It wasn't mine, it was my daughter's, but I'm just saying, like that type of situation.
Right.
In that situation, like I said, she has other counterpart to that. Did that happen? No. I said that bill, like this is what I paid. Picture. What you got on that, huh? I just want to see what you had on it because I just paid that. You got something on that, bro? Get together.
Right. Exactly.
Nah, but I'm an asshole. Don't mind me.
Did you have another comment on this, Dame?
No. Sonny took it all.
I'm sorry.
Yes. No, you good.
My son stopped. My son stopped fussing, so I'm good to go. Like I was about to throw him outside, not really, but because like how kids cry when they just tired. That's what he was going through. It's like just go to sleep.
Right.
Oh, I got one.
Like, so you gonna sit here?
Go back to Britt's. Go back to Britt's comment.
Britt's comment about the
about being nobody's never near their phone.
Oh yeah.
There's certain examples of like my life. I'm not always near my phone, especially with young kids. You chasing them around the house.
I don't chase my kids.
You shouldn't be DMing bitches when you got kids at home, Dame. And a wife.
First of all, you can't be DMing bitches anyway. Excuse me.
You got this whole you got this whole wife at the crib. You probably don't want to be DMing her. So yeah.
Dame, just let go and let God.
Let go and let God. Sorry folks, we gotta be having to remind Dame that he's in the next room.
He's united as one. So now if I slide in your DM, oh, thank you. I don't know why. Shit, listen. Listen, you don't even know.
You just got me divorced. All right.
We trying to. Damn, you be like. First of all, you line yourself up for this bullshit. We need you to shut the fuck up sometime. Like just. Like that little emoji with the zip, just shut the fuck up.
Right.
Like,
Says the person who's had a 20-minute part on 5 minutes.
You see, I'm not speaking past tense only, brothers.
Yeah, you got to talk about like old Dame shit. He can't live because he was married before then. Like he can't even. Nah, you just shut the fuck up. Just let it go.
We don't talk about that no more. We don't talk about that person. We do not bring that person up.
Now, if I slide in your DM or I'm messaging you. Like if I fly your DM, it's late night. I'm listening.
Right.
How you doing?
Okay, so I want to go back to this middle comment. So this is the only one I didn't 100% agree with. So Closed on Sundays says you're not asking too much. You just asking the wrong nigga. So
it depends. That depends.
Exactly. It depends.
That depends on what you're talking about.
Right.
Like you know who you're dealing with.
Yeah, I definitely agree.
They not that.
It has to depend because for me, especially like I mentioned earlier, when it comes to my time is not governed by you early on in a relationship. I'm not about to put down my friends, my family, especially not my kids, definitely not work. If we're in the first 2-3 weeks, months, sometimes even longer, but those first couple of months, I'm probably still giving you I'm busy because I am. Because in my mind, I don't have that investment in you, or I don't have that investment in this relationship yet to be giving you too much. You know what I mean?
You have to be a very special person for that to be interrupted within the first couple of months. You have to hit a spot. You have to hit that spot right after the bat. When you first meet each other, like something about this person I'm really feeling. I want to go out my way to see what this person's talking about.
Right. I think it depends. Like I think it's so, like especially with time, because they're like, for me at least in this dating atmosphere, it's I got work, and sometimes when I'm not working, I'm working because somebody's calling me asking about work shit. I'm a full-time parent because my son is here, stuff like that, whatever. And then I got other stuff I got going on, so fixing my house, stuff like that, whatever. But like, if you know that my time is limited, value the time that you have.
Right.
Like, cause I'm the thing of like, okay, so I don't get babysitters. My babysitters is few and far between. So if I tell you I'm free, you need to get me while I'm free. Because when you want me to be free, it might and that's what I need people to be understanding, because it's like, oh, well, I'll pay for, like, a guy's always saying, oh, I'll pay for a babysitter. Yeah, I don't send my son anywhere. He can't talk. First, I mean, not that he can't talk. He can talk, but he's autistic. He can't have a full conversation with me. I'm not going to send him with just anybody.
He can articulate his wants and needs.
Yeah. So anybody that he goes with has to be a certain person for me to trust them. Like right now, he only goes with my sister, or his sister, or one of my other sisters. Like my friends that's been around him for years. He don't go with people. Like when I have babysitters, I'm looking for a permanent babysitter now. I'm looking for somebody that can come to my house, and I got to see him interact with them.
Right.
See where he's at with them and see if I like them, because I can't just send my child anywhere. So I think that people need to, and then also respect boundaries, because that's a big thing with me. Yeah, I just met you. You're cool. I don't want you to meet my kids. I mean, you can know that I have kids. You can see them while we're going. Yeah, all right, then. I don't want you around them like that. You're not going to be around them for extended amounts of times, because I don't know if you're going to be around for extended amounts of times. And like guys are, for most guys that I know, don't want everybody around their kids.
Right.
I need you to give us moms that same energy. Like, don't say, oh, well, he sleep. No. I don't want you around my kid. Like, do you want me around your kid? Like, I know you got a kid. If your kid was here, can I sleep over and all that? No? All right, you can't do that either. Like, give me that same energy. And that's the thing and it's not asking too much, because people say, oh, well, you always got your kid. I always have mine. It's very, like, today I didn't have him. He was going for about 3 or 4 hours. I took a whole entire nap. I said, oh, I'm free. What you doing? Like, I was free. Nobody ain't text me. Nobody ain't say what you was doing. I'm single. I sat around, did nothing.
Right.
And I went to sleep. I was free for 4 hours. I could have went out and got something to eat. On somebody else's dime, we could have a nice conversation. We could have chilled, had a glass of wine or whatever. Just sat outside on the porch, or you could have came and had a conversation with me. One time I don't have my kid. Nobody ain't say nothing to me.
Right.
As soon as somebody hit me up, what you doing? Now I got my kid. There's nothing going on. Enjoy your night. Feliz Navidad.
And that's the thing is people do have to understand that there is a time and the place, and as well as a situation that has to be all lined up and right.
Yeah. People like, well, when you free? Randomly. When somebody come to my house and my son start putting on his clothes and ready to go because they going, that's random. Now he can't say, Mom, want to go to so-and-so house. They show up, he putting his clothes on, he sneakers and everything, like got his iPad, he out the door with a teddy bear. Like, all right, I'm out. Bye. Right. I'm like, oh, you leaving me?
Yeah. Dame, you got a comment?
I got nothing.
Yeah, Dame doesn't know what to say with himself.
These hoes ain't asking you too much, Dame. What's going on? I don't understand.
No, Sonny. No, whatever I say might be judged by Sonny, because she's a very judgmental, evil person in real life.
No, I'm not. Hold on, I'm not judging you. I'm trying to protect you.
Right.
I am as a female. Like, let me just say this, Dame. I'm just trying to protect you as a female. Right? I'm a female. I understand how females think. sometimes what you might say might get you mollywop. I don't know if you're in an abusive situation, but it might lead to a cuss out. You might not get in the night because you started some bullshit. Like, I don't know. I'm trying to save you from yourself. As a friend, I'm trying to protect you from yourself because sometimes you don't know. You don't know. You think it's innocent, and sometimes it's not. Sometimes it's not, and it's just like we try to save you from yourself. That's all. That's love. That is a true friendship.
That's real love.
I tell Willie all the time. I be like, Willie, listen. Willie know if Willie was on the same. Willie, shut the fuck up. Look me in the eye. You ain't safe. If they watching, you are not safe. Listen.
Right. No, she know I got common sense enough to know better.
Yeah. No, Dame just be living his best life vicariously through whatever past tense situation.
Right, exactly. All right, so I got another one. Man, we in the after show already. Man.
Wow, after the show was the after party. I ain't even drink. I'm drinking water tonight, y'all.
I'm out.
I'm not. This is not water. This is not water.
Yeah, I can tell. I was going to ask you that, but I don't want to put your business out there.
Let me tell you how I woke up this morning, and I couldn't hold my arm. I couldn't lift my arm up. I had a migraine. I said, "Oh no." I said, okay, I text my boss, like, yo, it took me like a couple minutes to text you, like, but yeah, I'm not about to, I'll see you in the afternoon.
Right.
Because I can't get it together right now. I don't know what's happening. My elbow, like, nah, my arm, like, nah. Like, I got shit to do. I can't do it. I've hopped up on drugs now, so,
Right. Jacked up on Mountain
Dew? Jacked up on Mountain Dew.
I wish they try to give me muscle relax. I can't even take that because I'll be in here asleep. My son be living his best life.
Right.
Just outside naked with boxes on, like, hey.
Yeah, those muscle relaxers ain't no joke.
Like, would you like one? No, I have to go home to a 7-year-old. I can't do it.
All right. So next topic or next comment. This one's a little complex in reading it, but it's very simple. I'm gonna simplify it in the banner when we finish reading it. So brother Shaquille Sunflower.
Okay.
He said
username Los.
Username Los, right. Simple shit. If he's not doing it, then you aren't the one. And that goes for anyone. Stop letting people condition you for abuse. If you point out a behavior or how something made you feel, and their response is to argue or get defensive or cut off access to them, just dead it. So basically what he's saying is don't fall for the gaslighting and the narcissism. Because that's basically what this is about. That's basically what this whole comment is about, is gaslighting and narcissism. Because if they're arguing with you about how something made you feel, if they're getting defensive about it, if they're cutting off their access to you, if they're doing something and then you make a comment about it and the next thing you know they make it about you, that's all gaslighting all day. So that's definitely be on alert, be on the lookout for the gaslighting and for the narcissism, because when they flip it on you like that, ladies, beware.
And that's the thing, because we see that. And you know what we do? I know for me personally, I've seen that. Know it. Like, you know it. And your rainbows and sunshine had you. That's why we talked about, I think on what show it was, we talked about how we get so caught up in what we think that person, like what we see that person can be. The ideal of who they can be. And we see all that. And like, no, well, I know this person has a good heart and they could be this, and this. They're not that person. They're exactly who this person is in this comment.
Right.
Like, we make that excuse that we let those blinders come on. And then when we see it, we can say it. Oh, that's my coworker. But like they basically, like, we see it and we ignore it.
Right.
Like, I read this. Yo, I needed that 2 weeks ago. I know. I knew it. And it's like, you get to that point where you just like, and that's one thing, like, it's that thing of that's down, like when you try to express your feelings and then they think it's an argument. It's not an argument. It's just me telling you how I feel. And now we go into a whole argument. I'm apologizing for something I didn't even do. Essentially what you're apologizing for is expressing your feelings. And he think that you can't express your feelings because it's not safe, because as soon as you try to express your feelings, you're being attacked.
Right.
So you feel like you can't express yourself because you're going to get cussed out. It's crazy.
Yeah, definitely. Dame?
I agree with Sonny. Everything.
Dame, open up and say something.
Something. Are you gonna get? Yeah, that's recipe for disaster.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Well, yeah. I mean, I think the big thing for people to keep in mind, and I think this is a new concept for people, right? I think for some people they get it, and for other people it's a new concept. I think a lot of times that there's situations that people are getting into and they're not realizing what's happening to them. I mean, even if they do, or even if
they don't know how to stop it,
recognize this in others, they may not recognize it in the one they're with, right? And like, for example, I know a female who had a guy that, you know, was abusing her, treating her bad, you know, psychologically abusing her, making her feel less than, that kind of thing. She left him, wiped her hands of it. She went to another guy, and then he was flipping things in such a way that she just felt like she was at fault for certain things, right? And not recognizing it was the same exact
tactic. It's a little different.
Tactic, exactly. Same exact tactic, same exact method of manipulation and control, right? So I think that a lot of times it's about recognizing what you're going through and being able to take a step back and observe what's really going on, and being
that's why you can't always tell somebody what you went through. With now, like, you know, you date somebody and you go, oh, he put me through this. They're gonna do it just a little different.
Yeah, exactly.
They're gonna flip it and reverse it just a little bit. It's like this. They're not going so they know not to do it the same way that person did. They know how to do it just a little bit different. And that's the thing. That's the thing. When you tell somebody, like, that's why we got to get out the habit. I know for me too, get out of the habit now. If I'm going to go out and meet people, I don't really get into detail of why the situation didn't work out.
Yeah.
Rather than go into
all that sharing your trauma.
Yeah, overshare, because then it's like let's flip it and reverse it on you and do it a little different. Like, I'm gonna put my own spin on it, and he's like, yo, that's the same bullshit.
Right. But it takes you a while to figure it out, right? You end up
because they did it a little different.
Exactly.
And that's the thing. You just have to be mindful of, and like you said, when you're having those, when you like that guy said, when you start seeing that early on, let go, because they ain't gonna get nowhere but worse. If you allow them to make you to do that at the very beginning, it's gonna get worse towards the end. So you just have to be mindful about that.
Yeah, definitely have to be mindful about that.
There's something about gaslighters that just really bother me. You know, listen, like, to me, I'm a rational person, and it doesn't make any sense to do that. We're all human beings. We're all real, just narcissists and gaslighters just irk my soul, and bullies like Sonny. So.
Dang,
love you, Sonny.
I'm gonna cut you. I'm gonna hop on a plane. I'm gonna get Willie to pick me up from the airport. Stab! Take me back to the airport. I gotta fly back out. Gotta catch the red eye back.
Stabby, stab.
Stab. Pick up a plate on the way out. Let me get a plate.
Pick up a plate on the way out, right? Oh, we got all the best food here in the D. You know how we do.
I don't know about the best food, but okay. We'll go with that.
Before you take me to ER, take her to Coney Island first.
Right.
What?
It's a restaurant.
You don't know what Coney Island is?
Yeah.
Y'all got Coney Island, and where y'all at?
I
thought Coney Island was in New York.
No, it's not even. It has nothing to do with Coney Island, New York. Nothing at all.
Get her a Coney dog.
We gotta get her acclimated, Dane. We gotta show her what's up. We gotta show her what's up.
You know what? The internet actually works.
I'm at the flu Sunny out here. That's what I'm about to do.
Flu? You have to flu me out?
Her? You gonna have to flu her out?
Flu me out.
Hey, I chip in $2. I chip in $2.
We're gonna get you flued out here so that you can experience Detroit in all its splendor.
Okay.
You're gonna have to make time for it, Sonny.
We're not gonna do it on Dame's credit card though, because then he'll get beat.
We don't want to get declined. No, we good.
I don't have a credit card. I don't have a credit card.
Insufficient funds.
Insufficient. Jazz gonna just cut me. He was like, you don't live here no more.
$100 ticket round trip. It's just like declined. We don't have that. He doesn't have $100 and some change.
Exactly.
You got checker money.
But
Jesus. Is the strip clubs open out there or still COVID?
They open out here. They
out there.
But the prostitutes are open.
No, the prostitutes say I don't think the prostitutes are open. I think
it's a couple that approached one of my boys.
That's like COVID City. I don't want no problems. I don't want no problems.
Exactly.
Booty shaking around COVID. I don't want no problem. Like, girl, I'm getting like this. Now that's COVID, bitch. Your butt cheeks got COVID. I know it, dude.
Right. All right, so this is one that I had to disagree only because I need my second chances.
It depends. No, but it depends on the fuck up.
I need my second chances, Sonny. Agree with me.
No, it depends on the fuck up because it's levels to the fuck up.
Let me fuck up all I want the first time, then
no.
One more one more chance.
So what you're saying is, all right, so let's just get this at the fuck up. Not that it's ever happened to me, but I know people that it happened to. Right? Say you met somebody, right? They a little further than usual. They interflued you out, and then they stand you up. you in the whole city. You don't know nobody. You just you gonna give a second chance?
Nah.
As I say, it's levels to the fuck up. It's some fuck up if we out on a date and your car get declined because you was trying to be Big Willie and you really don't got it. That's a fuck up that you may get a second chance from. If we on a date and your bitch show up and I gotta punch the bitch in the eye, we not there. There's no second chance.
What if she's just crazy? What if she was an ex that's just crazy?
No, because I've had, like I said, I've been on a date where the ex and her best friend follow us all the way to the house, and she got mollywashed.
Oh wow!
Like y'all can argue with him all you want because she still had a kid. Y'all can argue all you want. Don't approach me. And when you approach me, and I told you personal space, and you did it again. You got knocked out because you deserved it. I told you to leave me alone. I ain't got nothing to do with this. Y'all argue. I ain't interrupt. Don't come in my face.
No doubt.
It levels to that. And then I didn't call him anymore. Like I would have called him, but he got mad because he found he worked for the police department. Everybody at the police department found out what happened. That his girlfriend and her best friend got knocked out. Whatever. I didn't spread that rumor. Somebody else did.
Exactly.
But he was mad at me. I'm like, I'm sorry. You still love her because she got knocked out. It's okay.
You knocked him out.
No, like they didn't even try to jump me. Like y'all could have tried to jump me or something. You could have, I didn't even do that. You just gonna let me beat up one person. The one girl hit me with a dog chain, and then she ran out the house down the street and never came back. It's just stupid shit was happening. Like, oh, so y'all want to get I was minding my business. You kicked in the door. Oh, so y'all want to deal with this? All right, let me go. I'm gonna go sit in the other room. Y'all go handle this. Like it's not my place. I ain't got nothing to do with that. I don't got to explain shit to nobody. I'm just here on a date. Right. Okay, so y'all want to fight? Y'all want to argue? That's fine. All right, let me call my bride so I can go. Then you want to step to me. And it's like, okay, ain't nothing to do with me. That ain't got nothing to do with me. That's between y'all. I don't have nothing to do with that. Please stay out of my face. That was warning one. When you came back to my face, you got knocked the fuck out.
Sonny, I'm gonna need you to write a tell-all book on yourself.
I would read it.
I would read it. No, but
that was the best first day I've ever been on because I got to beat up 2 bitches in front of the cops and I didn't get locked up because he was a police officer. And they could all jump me. I don't know what type of time he was on, but the fact that he let me beat her and her best friend up, I mean, she's like, why you let her hit me? Because you was in my space.
Right.
I wasn't in none of these arguments. I was minding my goddamn business, waiting for my ride. I didn't have nothing to do with this. You kept trying to line me up, and so you got lined up. Leave me the fuck alone.
Yeah.
So your best friend didn't even help me. She watched me knock you out. She didn't get you off the floor or nothing.
So one thing I did like about this comment, well, not the first comment, the second comment. The first comment was okay. I'm just saying the second comment really, really spoke to me because I was looking at the fact that when he mentions we are fully aware of our actions and have considered the consequences beforehand and made a choice. So I look at it not from the standpoint of just not giving a second chance, but from the standpoint of when you're giving chances, right? I've seen certain people, men and women, I've seen men and women do this, where they give you these you give you these second chances and third chances and fourth chances based on them wanting to basically catch you in the act.
Oh yeah, I've done that.
And it's kind of nerve-wracking to me because it's like you already know. So what more do you need than the fact that you already know? Why do you need evidence?
So it's not so much as evidence, it's just to be able to, for them to understand why, because it's like, oh well, why you acting like it's a big thing of why you acting like this.
But why?
Here's why.
But is the why really for them or is it for you?
No, it's for you, but it's for them to understand. It's kind of a mixture of both. Like I said, I'm a big person to stand on what you do. So if you do something, I'm gonna make you stand on it. And so when you want to question my actions of why I'm being a certain way towards you, here's why.
Okay, gotcha.
Like just understand why I'm doing this. So if you, like I said, if I'm talking to you every day, all day, 24/7, and then you stop that and we're barely talking throughout the day, and then you want to know why I'm not initiating text messages, because like I said, I'll line you up. Okay, so you're barely texting me, so I'm gonna keep texting you. I know you're not going to text me, but I'm going to keep texting you. Good morning, good afternoon. How's work going? All throughout the day, I'm going to be mindful because that's what I've been doing. So I'm going to continue doing that. And I'm going to know that you're not going to respond. So when I stop texting initially, because it's always, always text first. I'm a big habit of, all right, you text first, I'll answer you. And then I'll get in the habit of me texting first, getting into that groove. So now I'm telling you, hey, you saying good morning, beautiful. I'm saying good morning, handsome, or good morning, blah, 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 in the same third. And I'm going to keep doing that because that's what I'm used to. You've been doing that to me for almost a month now. So I'm going to keep doing the same shit to you. And as much as you ignore me, I'm going to eventually stop. And then it's going to force you, if you want to talk to me, to initiate contact. So that at this point, the only time I'm going to contact you is if you contact me first. And then in the same energy in which you contacted me. So if I say good morning, you don't talk to me till mid-afternoon, that's the same energy I'm going to do to you. So when you're saying why you being distant, it takes two to communicate. So if I'm communicating with you and you're not communicating back, why would you think that I'm going to communicate, go through a chase with you to get you to talk to me? Obviously, you're okay with not talking to me throughout the day, because before you cannot talk to me throughout the day, but now you're okay with not talking to me out the day. We're missing hours, like a whole day could go by and you have not said anything to me. And I've issued out a good morning and a good afternoon. There's no conversation in between. So what you get is what you give. So here's why. So when I stop talking to you, period, you understand why. Oh, it's communication. It wasn't no communication issue. Your phone working, so is mine. You stopped texting me, so I stopped texting you. Listen. I like conversation. I like talking to people. I'm on a podcast because I like talking. So if you want to talk to me, I'm here for all that. I like late night conversations about a bunch of nothing, and unproductive conversations about nothing, and also real conversations about a whole lot of something. So I'm a big communicator. If you're not communicating with me, I'm not about to sit there and chase you to communicate. You don't want to talk to me? Guess what? I can talk to somebody else.
True that.
It's not that serious for me. But when you come and ask me a question, I'm going to say, well, I've been talking to you for the last couple of weeks and I barely get a message from you. So I figured that you were no longer interested, and I went about my business.
Right.
Oh, well, no, I got life happening. Okay, so do I. Like, you want to know about my life that's been happening?
So this question is for Dane.
Yes.
In the times that you have done something that you were fully aware of the consequences, let me take that back. For the times that you have done something that you knew was bad, did you fully consider that your actions would have consequences that would result in you losing or diminishing a relationship that you have?
Yes.
Every time or just sometimes?
Circumstantial.
Circumstantial. Okay.
Yeah. Without incriminating myself, because I'm gonna plead the fifth. Thanks to lawyer Sonny over here. I plead the fifth on this one. 1, 2, 3, 4, fifth.
No doubt.
It was one relationship I was kind of feeling myself. I was younger, dumber, and I was had a couple of people I was interested in, and kind of played myself doing this, and I lost 1, 2, 3 of them at the same time.
Dang, 3? Dang, was playing play out here.
No, but that's my problem. I can't date more than one person. Like I can't. Like I don't know what's wrong with me. I can't do all that. Like that's too much. I don't have time for all that.
I was, like I said, younger, dumber, and feeling myself. There was a person from North Carolina, Florida, and the famous PA.
Yeah. I knew PA was gonna come involved.
Yeah, always. It always comes into play.
Yeah, that was a major component of it. I knew the circumstances I was putting myself into. I was just, like I said, just bad choices.
Yeah, I mean, not to say that we ever get into a situation that we know is wrong and then we don't consider the consequences. We know the consequences. We always know the consequences. Do we consider them at the time? I don't think we always consider them. I've been in
Sometimes
situations
people do
where
consider them, they just don't care.
And to be honest, to be brutally honest, I don't think that not brutally honest, to be openly honest, to be transparent. I don't think it's more of a not caring. I think it's a more of an impulse thing that we don't make ourselves accountable for.
Right, Brittany?
Because I feel like sometimes we do things. Always bring a PA in the convo. Exactly. PA stay on.
It's part of my life. This was no joke.
We always got you on our mind, Britt. We can't help ourselves.
This time it was actually not a joke. It was actually part of just one of those things, Britt. Sorry.
So I think sometimes we bring or we do things out of an impulse, and we don't fully. Because of that impulse, we don't fully consider the obvious consequences, right? Because we'll be like, I'm just going to do this and I'm not going to get caught, or I'm not going to be in a situation or something, nothing's going to happen behind this, and it's going to be cool, right?
Yeah. Like I think females do that too, because I've done situations where I've not necessarily lied, but omitted information for various reasons. I felt like it was not for them to know at that particular time. It wasn't like I wasn't going to tell them. I just felt like I had to process the situation before I can bring them in, loop them into it. Mm-hmm. And then, or it was something that and I'm very well knew the consequences behind that, because it looks like, I know, like on the outside looking in, it looks like you're intentionally trying to hide something or be facetious or whatever. Mm-hmm. So you have to pretty much, like I said, that's why I say it depends on whether or not you should get second chances, depending on the situation, because sometimes you could be doing stuff with the mindset of protecting that person.
Right.
Because sometimes you want to process it, or not even, I don't want to say process, but like deal with the situation or see if it can be rectified. Or sometimes you feel like it's not for them to know. Like they can know, but it's not that, like at the beginning, it's not important. But
yeah, I mean,
it depends.
Yeah, I've been in situations like when I was first getting my divorce. That was my biggest thing. Thing. It's like I was living at home. I was living in the same house as my ex-wife, and we were still in the middle of this whole divorce process, not really getting through it. We were just basically in that process. Mm-hmm. And then I'm trying to date at the same time, right? And it's like, I got to
tell somebody, hey, I live with my ex-wife. Like,
exactly. It's like one of those things where you're like, you have to give up certain information, and some information you feel like I got to keep this close to the chest, because it's detrimental to my progress in this next relationship, or it's detrimental to that person's psyche. You know, I mean, I've been in situations where I felt like the person I'm with can't handle the truth, right? Because it's like, you know, I feel like I'm not doing anything wrong, but the consequence of me letting this person know what's really happening is that it'll diminish this relationship, or it'll end this relationship, right?
Yeah, like kind of like when you, like you said, when you're moving on forward with your life, like you may still have ties to this person. They're like to an extent, like say if you like live with them, or you have outstanding bills, like different things, any different things.
Yeah.
Stuff like that. You don't want to bring that into them, because it's like, well, why are you still dealing with them? Or why are you still talking to them? It's like, it's for this specific reason, but you know, let's have this conversation. It's going to look a little odd, and you're like, why did you, like, that was pre you, so you really can't have that conversation with you, because that was something that happened prior, before you were even in the picture, before you were even a thought. And this is the outland of this, you know. Or like, you know, when people, like you said, go through divorces. I know friends that go through divorces, they still live with their spouse and they're trying to move on. And it's like, this is going on, so why would I have that, you know, like, I don't want to say that I'm still living with that person, or whatever the case may be, because it looks a little odd, because it's like, oh, well, you're not done, or, you know.
They may feel like you're not done, or they may feel like you're not, you know. But, you know, I mean, to be honest, I mean, in certain situations, I think a lot of times the fear is really just in us.
Yeah, and it's the insecurity of what makes that person.
The fear is real, because it really is going to be a sticking point for somebody. I mean, like when I was with I think we talked about it before. The woman I was with, that I always felt like she taught me a lot in the short time we dated. We dated for like 3-4 months, but she taught me a ton of stuff. And I know for a fact that a lot of times things that I didn't tell her, that I left out, I omitted, it was out of not just my fear of losing the progress we were making in a relationship, but also the fact that I knew that if she heard it or knew about it, it was not going to fly. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it was a lot of things. Like, she asked me one time about doing some kind of activity with me, her kid, and my kids. And I'm just like, I know if my kids see this woman, they're going to be like, Mom, Dad's out here dating women. You know, he out here with these hoes, you know. And not that I was afraid of my ex-wife knowing I was dating. I just didn't want that extra shit with my kids, right? Yeah. So I felt like to protect them, I had to keep them out of my dating life, you know.
Yeah, and that's like, even with that, like when you date somebody with kids.
Yeah.
It's not that you, like, it's levels to where people want to go with that. It's like, yeah, you may know I have a kid. You see them. I may talk to you while they're around. But as far as you being around them, that's different. And it's not that like, some people may find that hard, no matter how deep in your situation. Like, you may be like at that part where you're actually dating and they're not comfortable yet with you meeting your kids. And like, or certain situations, like, you know, the fact that you may still go to your kid's mom's house. Like, if you have smaller kids, you may, if she's working, you may be watching the kids at her house versus taking them all the way across town to yours, because you're going to end up giving them back to her anyway, because you're just watching them while she's at work, or she has something to do, this errand to run, and you're doing something simple as helping out with certain things. Like, and I'm a person of, like, when I'm dating, those type of things, you'll tell me that, and I'll mental note it. Mm-hmm. But I'm also watching your actions on how you're doing things, your communication during that time. Not that you have to be, not that, I'm going to my baby mom's house and I'm going to text you all day.
I mean, to be brutally honest, I go through that now sometimes, because I have to be with my kids all the time, right? Mm. But a lot of that time is spent at their house with their mom, right? Not that I'm there to spend time with their mother or nothing, because I'm not. I'm there to spend time with them. But I'm sure that
the idea
is not great to my fiance, right? You know, I don't approach it that way. I think in my mind, subconsciously, I think like, oh, I'm just going to say I'm going to my kid's house, because subconsciously that puts into her mind, I'm going there to see my kids.
With the kids.
I'm not.
But I think it's not even.
I'm not about to say I'm going to my ex-wife's house, because that's going to subconsciously put it in her mind, I'm going to see my ex-wife.
I don't see no. No, because I've dated somebody that still is around their kid's mother too, and around both rather. And it's like for me, it's less of that you're going there. It's not what you do, it's how you do it.
Right.
So if every time you're over there, not like I said, you got some females that will call you nonstop and text you the whole entire time just to see if you're going to talk to them. I'm not that person. You tell me you're going to go do something, that's fine. Go ahead and do it. I'm not like, 'cause I'm not going to make. I don't want no deadbeats.
Right.
But at the same time, it's a mental note of how you handle that situation. So it's like, okay, so you can talk to me. So if you can't, here's red flags. This is why I think that females get the red flags. So if you can talk to me when you're with your kids by yourself at your kids or your ex-wife's house, you can talk to me while you're there. But if she's there, you can't talk to me. That's a red flag.
Yeah, that's a red flag for sure.
Because why can't you talk to me? And, right. and it's not that, like I said, I'm not that person that's going to text you this whole entire time. Yeah. But if you can text me while you're there and have a whole conversation, and your child is there, and we're having a good time, we just ha ha he. As soon as she walks through the door, I'm gonna call you back, and I don't hear from you for hours. And by the time you call me, you all the way home, already settled, already in bed, washed your ass and everything else. Red flag.
No,
that's where we get. That's why I think that's a justified red flag, because, like the same way as if my kid's fathers showed up at my house and you were here, my behavior towards him while you're here, you're going to take notice.
Right, no doubt.
So the comfortability of him just popping up, that's pop. First of all, I don't like nobody popping up to my house. But if you do that, we have a problem. Like, I'm going to address that. But at the same time, my behavior towards him, and like if every time he, like, say if he's coming over to help me with something, and you're not available, and he's helping with something, and I can't talk to you,
right?
You're gonna be like, what the hell's going on with that? Or every time he comes here to see his kids, I can't communicate with you, because if he's not here with me, he's here with kids. So yeah, we're gonna be shooting the shit. What you doing, babe? I ain't doing shit. Blah blah blah. We're gonna be talking. Not that we have to, but if you want to chit chat with me at that particular time, we can talk. Mm-hmm. But it's levels to it. That's why I say, like, it's not what you do, it's how you do things. So people pay attention to stuff like that. And it's not, it should be, and like for females, and I say this just because I'm a female, I need you to pay attention to like, first of all, he don't have to share with you shit. He don't have to share nothing with you. Y'all could be dating. He ain't got to tell you he's going to baby mama house to take care of his kids. You know, you got kids, he's going to take care of them. Period. He don't got to tell you, I'm going to my baby mom house to help with blah, blah, blah. Or I'm going to my ex-wife house to help my kids with, like, he don't have to do that. The fact that he's doing that, showing you that he gives you that, he values, you know, he wants you to know what he's doing. But if you're going to be one of the females that's going to call him the whole time and start chaos, that's crazy. Like, it's too much. But like I said, it's not what you do. It's always, for me, it's never what you do, it's how you do things. And if how you do things moves suspectly or seems a little questionable, I'm a red flag the fuck out of that shit, because don't do to me what I don't do to you.
Right, exactly.
If it's going to make you feel uncomfortable, don't do that shit to me.
Like for Willie Styles, his example from earlier about minding your business, you know, keeping everybody at your business. Because, you know, she might have friends that might be getting in her ear about Willie's situation.
Yeah.
About him going over to see his kids. How do you know he over there just watching his kids? You know, it might be somebody in her corner talking smack about Willie, about his situation, not knowing that they have something going, like him and his fiance got understanding going on. But you get that one person talking in your ear so much for so long, it might cause a problem. Outside influence causing problems, so it goes back to minding, you know, keeping everybody at your business.
Yeah, that's true too. But I think it's more so of nobody really can't tell you situation unless, like I said, it's not what you do, it's how you do things, how you move.
That's correct.
It's how you do it. And if you're doing some shady shit, it's gonna come to light, because and I'm a big person of somebody gonna want somebody to know, especially if baby mom or ex. They're gonna want to let you know that. Some of them are just that catty that they'll be like, oh, yeah, but he over here all the time. Like, you think he's just coming to see the kids? Like, they'll do that. But it's less of what she says. It's more of how you are.
Right. Exactly.
Some bitches are just petty like that. They like to do that bullshit because they still want them. It's like that. But it's like I said, I'm less concerned with that and more concerned with how you move. And if you want some fuck shit, you want some fuck shit. And I'm a raiser. Like I said, I take mental notes all the time. I tell people, as much as I talk, I pay attention. And I think people forget that. Oh, you always run your mouth, yeah, but I'm always paying. I can tell you everything that happened.
Right.
I'm on it. Like looks, I'm off of looks, the reactions. I'm all that. I'm in there. So I ain't gonna say shit, but I'm gonna pay attention.
No doubt. No doubt.
And how I feel is gonna dictate. It's gonna be dictated by what you do. So if I address it, you know it's a problem. I know you ain't on your P's and Q's. You on some bullshit, and that's what you want to do. Go be over there and leave me the fuck alone. Don't invite me to some bullshit because I'm gonna address it.
So there's a lot more of these comments and answers. I think maybe we do a part 2.
Oh, definitely. I think that'll be dope.
Yeah, because there's a few more I want to comment on. I'm sure you guys are gonna have some comments on. So definitely want to talk about it again at a later time because we already way past our due date for the night. Yeah.
It's been we missed last week, so we missed last week, so you know.
Yeah, exactly. We just a little bonus for the people. Definitely looking out for the folks. So we're gonna try to wrap this up now and call it a night. I
got yawning. My body heard you. It's like sleepy.
No doubt. All right, Sunny, if you want to take us up out of here.
All right, guys. So it's your girl, Sunny. I am Sunny _D, Instagram, Snapchat, Twitter, and TikTok. Although I have not TikTok in a while, I will get back to that very soon. And I have a couple blog posts coming up on my blog, unpreservedlyme.com.
No doubt. Y'all can get at Smooth. He's still on hiatus right now, but hopefully we'll be having him back soon enough. You can get at him at eTrentonGroomy on Twitter. He's at A King's Truth on Snapchat, or visit him at akingstruth.com. Mm-hmm. It's your boy Willie Styles. I'm Willie Styles everywhere. IG, Twitter, TikTok, except for on Snapchat. Snapchat playing me. Willie.Styles on Snapchat. You said what?
I stole your name.
It stole my name. I definitely should sue. So definitely get at me there. Get at stylesradio.com for all the hot tracks that I'm listening to. Detroit 2 by Big Sean. Check that out, please. If you're not checking out Detroit 2 by Big Sean, you're playing yourself. Also check out the new I can't even say the guy's name. The guy that sings Try Jesus, Not Me. He got a new album out too. I'm gonna get his name right in a minute, but anyway, check his new album out as well. 2 very, very, very hot albums. Definitely check those out. You can see all their songs on stylesradio.com. So definitely check that out. Get at williestyles.info for all the rest of my links, my connections, all that stuff. So definitely holler at me there.
Dame,
where can we find you at, Dame?
You can find me at Facebook under Shinlo. What happened?
So where the hell dog been? I don't know why it just popped in my brain.
Oh no, dog hasn't. I think dog's been watching here and there, but yeah, dog. We gotta get dog back on the show. We gotta get dog. I'm gonna let him know.
I'm sorry, Dame. I just had like a brain fart. Go ahead.
That's okay. You can find me on Shinlo, SHINLO on Facebook. Another Level Up on Instagram. I don't do a lot of social media because people suck.
Yeah, no doubt.
What?
They do.
Yeah.
Make sure fight me on it. Somebody disagree.
Check us out on demand, free, 24/7. Spotify, iHeartRadio, Stitcher, Google Play Music, Apple Podcasts, SoundCloud, Blog Talk Radio, or definitely check out the video replays here on Facebook or YouTube. And you can definitely see all of our shows. They're all posted on Facebook and YouTube. Well, at least all the videos.
Love you, Bernie.
The audio playbacks are all on the podcast channel. So definitely check those podcast platforms out. Teespring.com/store/GFT radio is where you can get our merchandise, like the sweatshirt or the is that a hoodies?
This not yet, but it's not on there. This was the old one.
Oh, that's the old one. Okay.
This is the old one from the walk. It's sponsored by GFT Radio. I did the walk.
There's other ones. I think that's not the Zay's Minions.
Yeah, but is it on there? I don't think it's on there.
Oh, okay. I thought
I didn't see it.
No, it's not on there. It was for a past walk.
We got plenty of GFT Radio Show ones. We got plenty of slogan shirts and sweatshirts.
Oh yeah, shout out to J Rowe. He just tagged me in the post on what's the IG or Snapchat. He had one of our white hoodies on that had the logo.
Oh, okay, no doubt. That's at JRowe609. Definitely check him out.
Yep, you gotta hit him up. That's our old podcast. Maybe we gotta get him back on.
Yes, no doubt, no doubt. Yeah.
Yeah, trying to replace me.
And we also have masks. We also have fanny packs, so definitely check those out. Definitely grab those, cop that merchandise. And if nothing else, make sure you check us out on all of our social medias and our website, gftradioshow.com. Social media is at GFT_radio on Twitter, Instagram, or GFT Radio on Facebook. You can always find those links all across the top of the borders up here. So definitely check those out. And follow, like, subscribe. Definitely follow, like, subscribe on YouTube. Get our follows up, our subscriptions up, and then that way you can be notified when we post new shows, when we go live and that kind of thing. And as well as on Facebook, make sure you follow us. Definitely get at us. We always post new stuff all over the place. So definitely get at us. So anything else?
See you in 7.
See y'all in 7 days. Have a good night. Peace.